This is the Polarex 135 viewfinder. The main scope has got a focal ratio of f16, which gives it a comparatively narrow field of view. It's quite difficult to find objects if you're looking directly through the main scope. The goal of the viewfinder is to provide a much broader view. So this is an f10 scope. I just take the lens cover off here so you can have a look at the lens. And so it's 50 millimeter with a 500 millimeter focal length, making it an f10. So this will give you a much broader view of the heavens. So this thing is clamped in parallel with the main scope, and you look through this to find objects initially. I get the impression that this has been restored already. So I think the previous owner has given it a once-over, probably repainted it, and interestingly enough, I think he's chosen exactly the same paint as I have. So this is the dew shield for the astrograph that I've restored, and you can see that the paint here is very similar in colour. It's just slightly off-white, so I suspect he might have used the same paint. He's done a lovely job, and he's even gone as far as painting the rings for holding the scope as well. In contrast to the more common 0.965 fittings that you see on viewfinders and guide scopes for the 4-inch and smaller Unitrons and Polarexes, this guy's got a 1¼ inch fitting on it. It also has a really nice 1.25 monochrome eyepiece with a reticule in it. So we're just looking across the valley again, and there's a paddock with some cows in. So just show you the view through it. It's really quite nice. Here we go. So those black blobs there are my neighbour's cows in his paddock grazing away. I really like this viewfinder. It produces a great image. And the dull reticule and that 40 millimeter eyepiece is nice for finding stuff as well. So I think this is going to do really well on the 6-inch scope when it's all back together again.